until you guys were up 13. I mean, clearly your best stretch in a Lynx uniform. How did
Recording in progress.
Can you just describe, how things were going for you tonight?
Yeah, it was just kind of flowing, everything. It was a lot of options. We were getting a lot of stuff in transition. My teammates just make everything easy, so I was just able to get going today.
How do you always stay locked in? You never know when your numbers are going to get called, but you're always ready. How do you just stay ready for that moment?
I think I've just always been ready my whole life with anything. So just really that's it. And just being ready for when my number's called and when the moment comes. And just staying in the gym and working on what I need to work on so that come game time, I'm good to go.
You're good at shooting and you're good at assisting. How do you know when to do each one? When do you know to be aggressive for your shot, and when do you know to be aggressive for your teammates?
I think I go into the game with an aggressive mindset. But again, just what the defense gives me. Today, I had a little bit more of me today, so I was taking it. And that's what my teammates and my coaches want, me to be aggressive. But then when I see my teammates just being an unselfish player and just passing the ball, like my teammates are great. Like I said, just the whole so many people in double figures. Like we're all capable scorers. So just having like such great people around me, it just makes it so much easier.
First, congrats on the win. Second, just almost everyone that's come up to this podium after a game has mentioned about just the depth of this team.
Yeah.
It seemed like they really needed you to kind of take over the game, so to say, in the third and the fourth. Could you just speak on that depth and kind of what this team has?
Yeah, our team is amazing from the top down, and this is I don't know, I really can't explain this team chemistry that we have. It's honestly crazy. Everybody's really rooting for each other. Everybody cares. There's no selfish players on our team, and on any given night it could be anybody's night. One player goes down, like today we didn't have BC. So everybody has to step it up a notch, and I think that's just having each other's backs. Like we really care about each other, so the trajectory is going like this, so it's nice.
Have you ever played on a team with this type of chemistry where all of you guys are just locked into your roles and know what's kind of expected?
Yeah, I mean I have played on a lot of great teams, but this is something different. Like I've never been a part of anything like this my whole life.
More on the kind of the depth of the team. I mean, to me, sometimes depth doesn't mean the bench scores 1,000,000 points. It just means that on a given night, there's somebody who can come off the bench and give a spark to this team. You've seen other teammates do it this year. Mm-hmm. It was your turn tonight, right?
Yeah. Like sometimes we got to go in there and just play good defense. Sometimes we got to go in there and run the offense. Sometimes we got to go, make the right passes, make the right reads. I think it's just understanding our role and at that given time what's asked of us and what's needed of us. So I really didn't. I was just doing my thing. I ain't really.
For either of you, you've been
Man, you got it. You just got here.
ruthless on defense all year, and for the first 3 quarters of this game, those opportunities of creating turnovers didn't seem to be there, and then in the fourth quarter, I think you forced 7 of their 16 turnovers. Just sort of like what shifted as the game moved to the fourth quarter, and you were able to get some hands on loose balls and turn those into buckets.
I just think that we have the mindset of playing hard throughout the entire 40 minutes, and we know we can rely on our defense the entire 40 minutes through all quarters. So, okay, we might not have met our goals in the first quarter. Okay, we've got the second quarter to meet our goals. All right, we didn't do it in the second, we've got the third. And we'll play hard until the very last minute, And so I think that's what makes us so great, is that we wear people down. People might be able to compete with us for 2-3 quarters, but it's a struggle to play against a team that plays super hard the entire 40 minutes.
And Lan, 9 rebounds for you tonight. That's your high in a Lynx uniform. It goes without saying Dallas has a lot of size and a lot of physicality. Just how do you assess the physicality that they played with, and how are you able to be successful and get some key rebounds that the team really needed down the stretch?
Honestly, I just think like I know I'm playing at a disadvantage as a center. Like I'm in this league small, and so I am at a major disadvantage when it comes to height and sometimes even strength too. So I've got to play to what I have advantages in, which is my foot speed or just my IQ in general. And also I've got teammates who've got my back. Like my advantage is my teammates as well. Like I know T's got my back on the backside. I know Mac, I know Dorky, I know Fee, like everyone who's on the floor is there to help me. So I can kind of fly around and take risks, and I know that someone's going to be there backing me up. So in that sense, I just try and play to my strengths and what I know I'm good at, because if I try and compete and battle with people that are very tall and very strong, most of the times I'm going to lose. So I've got to try and like mix it up a little bit, and then also rely on team defense as well.
Along those lines, you had some pretty feisty matchups with McCowan tonight. How do you keep calm and cool and not let it bother you and show your frustration? Because I noticed that, you were starting to get frustrated with a lot of things going on under the paint.
Yeah, look, I think the way that I've played my entire career in the W, I feel like has prepared me for this, I have been an underdog most of my professional career. Like I've had to fight tooth and nail to get to where I am today. And so I might not get calls that I want to get, or I might get called for stuff that I don't think should be called. But at the end of the day, like it happens and you just have to get over it. And I'll keep fighting until my sixth foul, like until they have to drag me off.
Basically what she's saying, she a dog. It's like,
I was gonna ask about the chemistry. You talked about the chemistry. Both of you guys are both new to the team. So how do you just describe how quickly you guys gelled as a team and kind of incorporating this Lynx, this team in general, how the what's the word I'm looking for? The culture of being a Lynx player.
yeah, I think like the culture was set when we got here. Like, this is like a winning organization. The culture was set, so we just came in. We just spiced it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But the culture is great here. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, props to Natisha,
K-Mac.
K-Mac,
Set the
Bridge, like those guys who've been here for a while. They set the tone. And I remember in like our first preseason game, I was sitting next to T on the bench, and T goes to me, and we've like known each other for like 2 or 3 weeks, and she goes, "I love you guys." And this is before the season even started. So culture, she's right, culture was set from the jump.
If you could just, in your words, describe the impact that T had on this game.
Yeah, I like being down a player, like we needed someone to step up, and T did exactly that. And like I know people say that she's been having a bit of a rough trot at the start, but like we've all known that she's been ready to go. Like she's prepared, and she's a dog too, man. Like she's super fast. She's a great passer. Like I know when I'm running the floor, T's going to get me the ball. And so T just does what she's good at. And we needed that from her tonight, and she delivered that and more. And like I know that this is just the start for T. Like she's going to continue to build on this, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
man.
keep going. No, I just
T's great.
Okay, this is for both of you. The WNBA announced today the Commissioner's Cup Finals matchup will be next week. And since you're going to be in it, I'd like to know what both of you think about, playing in the finals, and then what you're looking forward to next week.
I need that money. I need that win, and I need that. I need that win, and I need that money.
This is my first Commissioner's Cup I think I've ever played in. Is it yours?
No, I lost actually the one I was in.
Too bad.
So I need it this time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Commissioner's Cup is about. That's the incentive to play in it. And, you know, like, we're playing against a really good team in New York, too. It's a good chance to have a crack at a really good team that's playing really well. So I think it'll be a good matchup.
Lon, you mentioned in Media Day kind of your journey of how you got here to the Lynx between, you know, not knowing if you were going to make it in the league, bouncing around teams. Just how much does it mean to be on a team like this where you've kind of found a home?
Like, this is kind of like what you play for, you know? Like, this is the reason why you do it, is when you find teams in places like this. Like, I think T kind of touched on it. Like, it's special. Like, we've got a really good group of people that not only basketball-wise play really well together, but off the court, like, we genuinely care about each other and about each other as people, not just as basketball players, which, like, is rare. Like, trust me, it's very, very rare to find, because professional sports can be just kind of like, if you're producing, you're good. If you're not producing, you're done. But here, it's you're a person and you're looked after as a person.
T, given the performance we all just saw, is it safe to assume that your ankle is feeling okay? Was it bothering you at all out there?
I'm finna twist my ankle before every game.
We're gonna put her on the questionable injury list before every.
I'm twisting it before every game.
Thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.